Welcome back to the More Sports Please podcast. I am your co-host, and I'm here with my other co-host. Say hi, Jacob.
Howdy, Jake.
So today is just the Jacobs.
Yep.
Gavin is out celebrating the 4th of July. I mean, St. Patrick's Day. He's celebrating St. Patrick's Day. I want to show off this shirt. I want everybody to see this shirt. This Joe Kelly, when he pitched to the Astros, he said,
We stand Joe Kelly in this house.
Yeah.
And gotta rep my boy, AJ. Man in Cincy for a decade.
Sad.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer, dude.
Sorry. Starting off the day strong. As soon as we ended the podcast last night, Michael Brockers was traded to the Detroit Lions
Oh, yeah.
after he said Matt Stafford is a step up from Jared Goff, and then got traded
Yep.
to the same team where Goff is at.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Good stuff. That's
one-
gonna be awkward.
it is very. One of the signings that came out today was a sad one for me. I did not want to see. John Brown signed by the Raiders on a 1-year, $3.75 million deal with a max value of $5.5 million. Sucks. I wanted John Brown in Pittsburgh because he spends deep accuracy and deep ball. But what can you do when we don't sign anybody or don't try to?
Yeah, I get that. We've been seeing a lot of guys that we want to get snagged up, so I get you there.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Trent Williamson agreed to a 6-year deal in San Francisco that he was re-signed on a $138 million, $138.06 million deal. I don't know if we mentioned that yesterday or not, but
It happened today, so
yeah, okay.
insane.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a record breaker?
I think so, because
think
he's
it
getting
was
paid a little bit more than the guy in Green Bay.
Yeah, that's right. He was getting like 10K more this year, and then the other guy was like, "Dude, come on." So petty.
So that was
All
a
in
funny
jokes,
exchange.
yeah.
I know we chatted about this yesterday. I don't know if we really were into it as much, but the Bears trade for Russell Wilson, what it consisted of, trying to get him.
I don't remember seeing it.
It's
was
Chicago's package for a potential Wilson trade included 3 first-round picks, a third-rounder, and 2 starters. And
Yeah.
Seattle said no. We know he stay here.
I mean, yeah, I get that. It's Russell Wilson, so he's just, a lot of the time with a quarterback, you can take that trade and you'd be okay with it. But, I mean, it's just he's generational elite talent, So I don't blame them for that.
I don't either. It sucks for the Bears, but
They tried.
Oh my god, why do I keep yawning? Everybody's chatting shit about how the Bears didn't go get a quarterback. I mean, they actually tried to go get Russell Wilson, so it wasn't like they just sat there and were like, "Hey, Andy Dalton's our best option. We'll get him." They tried to get Russell Wilson.
Right. Yeah, I give them credit for that. They did their best to try to make it happen, and it just didn't work out. And Andy was probably one of the better free agents left on the market if you're just looking to sign someone. Hang on, I think I just realized something.
He just realized.
You can make the next. You can make the next point. I'm just looking something up. I'm curious.
Patriots are reuniting with center Ted Carius on a 1-year, $4.4 million deal. Likely signs the ends of David Andrews, and the Titans are signing Ravens 4-time Pro Bowler long snapper Morgan Cox, left after 11 seasons in Baltimore.
Quick thing. I just realized I didn't think about it until just now mentioning Andy Dalton. We're going to play him again next year. Because the AFC North plays the NFC North. Cincinnati goes to Soldier Field in 2021. Did not realize that until just now, and I think that's kind of funny.
Nice. So we'll be
honestly, I wouldn't mind going to that game. That'd be fun.
We talked about John Brown. Dolphins are signing former Lions nickel cornerback Justin Coleman to a 1-year deal with a max value of $2.75 million. He reunites with Brian Flores, who was with him in New England.
Makes sense.
Oh, the trade for Michael Brockers was a 2023 seventh round pick to the Rams.
2023?
Yeah, 2023.
Oh, man.
Uh,
That always makes me feel bad, like when
a good player.
You as a player are looked at by an organization, and we say, we think you're worth being traded for a 7th round pick in 2 years. Sorry. It's just, it could be cap.
That
also,
could just be.
but,
That might just go to show how valuable draft picks are.
yeah. But it could also be. I don't know his salary, but I mean that could be the case sometimes when players are getting traded for minimal value. It's because of the cap situation. Not necessarily this one, but
right.
Sometimes.
Alex Mack is expected to sign with the 49ers. And then there wasn't a whole lot of signings today, like big ones, but the Cardinals are signing former Bengals longtime wide receiver AJ Green to a 1-year deal. So,
yeah, Arizona kind of remains that stereotype of the NFL graveyard where veterans go at the end of their career. But I'm happy for them. I think that's good. I think they're a team on the rise right now. We'll see if they can continue to bolster themselves and maybe make the playoffs this year. Honestly, I think that division is kind of up for grabs. I think it's going to be kind of them and the Rams, and maybe then. I mean, I can't count that division's up for grabs. It depends on who stays healthy. Because I was going to say you can't count out the Seahawks, but it depends on if Russ is there and what that situation is like. Rams are looking good. Niners can probably be good if they stay healthy. And Cardinals, I hope they do well for AJ's sake.
I do too. It'll be interesting to see where Larry goes now. Larry Fitzgerald, he's a free agent, so I don't know if this is the signing of him being done. And I dropped something, so let me pick that up real quick. I don't know if this is a signing of him being done and going to retire, but I don't see him signing with another team if he's done.
I agree.
Arizona. I mean, that would be awesome to see him come to Pitt and see him come home just for a year, but
forgot about that.
Won't happen.
But I forgot he went to school there. But
yep.
And I don't know. I mean, I could see them kind of bringing him in because I feel like Arizona was. I don't know. I'm trying to think back on that wide receiver room because Christian Kirk was pretty good, but you got D-Hop, obviously, that X receiver. I don't know that if Larry comes back, that's a scary top 4 if he still stays up to form. If he and AJ stay to form,
I think if they stay to form, it's scary. But I think it'd be more scary if it was 2014.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no way you get all those guys in the same room in 2014. But
right, my dad texted me. He was like, "So the Cardinals are building a great team." I said, "Yeah, it'd be really great if it was 2014." It's not.
Yeah.
You got JJ Watt, you got Chandler Jones. I mean, Chandler Jones is still good, and so is JJ. But you got AJ Green, who's coming on the tail end of his career. I hope we not Bepis. And then you got Larry Fitzgerald coming in playing on his tail end of his career. So,
yeah,
they still don't have a running back. Yeah, they do. Kenyon Drake. No, he's a free agent.
Is he?
I think.
Let's find out. Kenyon Drake contract. Okay, this says 1-year deal, but was this last year? This year, he is a free agent.
Okay,
yes,
that's what I thought. So I'm not sure who will be playing running back there.
That's a good running back on the market, but that's for anyone who's wanting to open their pocketbook because they paid him $8 million last year.
Yeah, he's not getting that now. Running backs.
No.
Marlon Mack, in my opinion, the best one on free agency didn't get a good deal. But that also was because he's
2.5
Achilles. Yeah. Let me Google this real quick. Cardinals running back. Nope, not Cardinals RV. Not looking for RV. Chase Edmonds.
Yeah,
So,
Chase.
um,
Excuse me.
so yeah, I mean, hats off to the Cardinals. They're making moves this year. They're trying to go put a step forward and getting some
Yeah.
receivers and stuff like that. But I think they're I think they could easily win. Not easily, but I think they could be one of the favorites to win that division.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think if that team stays healthy and that defense takes a step forward, I think it could be like them and the Rams. Seattle's kind of shed a lot of people, I think, and then I don't know what it's like with Russ.
Seattle's
And then
management's just terrible.
yeah, and then SF, they're. It always seems like they're the big wild card in that division. Well, this year I think it was kind of the
Injuries
Rams
and stuff that affected
Yeah.
San Francisco this year. But I mean, it just depends on how Garoppolo is going to play.
and if they stick with them.
That too, yeah. Chiefs tenderize restricted free agent wide receiver Byron Pringle. They
Yeah.
tenderized a Pringle. They put a tender on him. I don't know what round it was.
Forget.
AJ Green's 1 year deal was up to 8.5 million, 6 million guaranteed. The Patriots are giving cornerback J.C. Jackson the second round restricted free agent tender, which obviously he had a whopping 9 interceptions last season, which is really good. But obviously the second round tender is if somebody wants to sign him, they have to give New England a second round pick, which I honestly could see happening. This guy is really good,
I could see it.
but
I'm not sure. I haven't watched him enough.
I doubt it'll happen. But he's really good.
Mhm.
This isn't about free agency a whole lot, but I seen a tweet that said the Panthers' plan A, B, and C is trading for Deshaun Watson. So, but with his with his allegations, he's possibly got 4 allegations being sued by 4 different. I don't know if it's 4 different people or 4 times, but he's got 4 of them coming. Raiders and defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins reached an agreement on a 1-year deal to bring him back to Vegas. Raiders re-signed guard Denzel Good to a 2-year deal. So there's an offensive lineman who will return.
Mhm. And they traded the one guy to Arizona. Was it Hudson?
Yeah, their center.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Rodney Hudson to the Raiders. Yeah, actually, and that's what it says. The tweet, somebody typed it out wrong. It said Raiders are sending Pro Bowler center Rodney Hudson to the Raiders.
Oops.
But they obviously sent him to the Cardinals. Titans re-signed Jaylen Brown for a 1-year, $5.2 million deal. Raiders also brought back Richie Incognito on a new deal. So they kind of released all their line and kind of brought them all back just on different deals. So, I mean, I guess now it makes sense for Oakland or Vegas, but
yeah.
Denzel Perryman agreed to a deal with the Panthers, former Charger. The one I was most upset about today was the Colts are re-signing Marlon Mack. I was really hoping Pittsburgh would bring in a guy like him who would fit perfectly in our system.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. How you cut Vinny Williams and so far have done nothing. You have that much.
Yep.
You have money just to sign another player, but
right.
Jaguars re-signed tight end James O'Shaughnessy and kicker Aladric Roses, and they cut 8 players. So that's a lot of players. None of them are really
noteworthy.
Yeah. The Marlon Mack deal was a 1-year, $2 million deal. Patriots re-signed safety Cody Davis to a 2-year deal. The 49ers cut Marquise Goodwin after getting... So the Eagles got their 7th round pick. The Niners gave the Eagles back their 7th round pick, and they lost the player.
I don't get it.
I don't
know.
either.
Unless it ends up being something weird and stupid, kind of like what the Raiders just did, where they like bring him back on a different deal or something. But aside from that, what the hell?
Yeah. Did he opt out last season?
He did.
Okay.
He did.
But I don't get it.
I don't either.
Browns re-signed former Super Bowl MVP linebacker Malcolm Smith. So there's that. Safety Deion Bush is returning to the Chicago Bears on a 1-year deal. Yippee! Bills. The Dolphins are signing former Bills and Washington Speedy receiver Robert Foster. The Niners are re-signing defensive tackle DJ Jones. The Panthers signed Cardinals pass rusher Hassan Riddick. So he is going to Carolina.
I think that's a good pickup.
Yeah.
I think that's a good move.
It said he just had 7.5 sacks in the first 3 seasons, but then exploded for 12.5 last year.
He got 5 of those in one game. I remember watching that.
Jeez, it's kind of he will. Hassan Riddick will have to prove it again next season based on the contract numbers. 1 year, $6 million guaranteed with a max of $8 million.
Yeah,
so kind of
that makes sense. I think that makes sense. It was kind of just he was all right, but then he kind of had the breakout. I think he's got the potential in him. We'll see if he can live up to it again. I am shaking my monitor on accident.
You're good. Your monitor's just agreeing.
Yeah, nod, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of like that pairing. I think it could work out well. And obviously he's not a Luke Kuechly kind of guy, but I mean, he helps fill up that defense a little bit.
Right. I'm not sure if this trade went through. It might have already, but there were talks on the Raiders are working to deal with that would bring in not a trade. I'm stupid. The Raiders are working on a deal that would bring in former 49ers number 3 overall pick Solomon Thomas.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier today.
It was on a 1 year $5 million contract, so it did happen.
It did. Okay. Gotcha. I remember seeing that at one point at like 3 p.m. or something like that, but I forgot about it.
So there's no news of this one yet, but we're really keeping our eyes out for it. The Giants have been in talks with Lions star free agent Kenny Golladay, sources said, and they're expected to bring him in for a visit prior to signing him to a deal. There is mutual interest.
Right.
So
I've been seeing stuff saying that Cincy has made offers to him as well. I think they're looking at a 1-year prove-it deal, maybe where he gets paid more in that year. Personally, I know I'm biased, but I would love for him to be in Cincy, and I feel like a year in Cincinnati would be better for him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to be in New York in a situation that's about as troublesome as in Cincinnati, but in a time where he really kind of needs a year to kind of blow it up. Would you rather have Joe Burrow throwing it to you or Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I'd rather have Burrow.
Exactly. I hope he comes back to Cincy. They're going to have to match whatever offer the Giants do, which fingers crossed we may.
But I think the reason why there's mutual interest is he wants to build his brand, and New York is just a better place to do it than Cincy.
Agreed. I think that's kind of what it is. I saw that. I remember in the tweet he was saying that he wants to be in New York. Like he probably wants to be in the city itself rather than just necessarily being with the Giants. We'll see. I mean, I guess it would make sense. He was just in Detroit.
Yeah.
It's about the same kind of market.
The Chiefs are signing former Bears guard Kyle Long to a 1-year deal with a max value of $5 million. The rich get richer.
Yup. I'm mad.
Chiefs, Kenny Golladay. Raiders have signed Bills and Seahawks defensive lineman Quentin Jefferson. He's familiar with the scheme with Gus Bradley wants to run. Cardinals signed a kicker. They signed Matt Prater to a 2-year deal. And the Bills are bringing back cornerback Levi Wallace. So, Roy, shush your mouth. The Eagles released Alshon Jeffrey and also defensive tackle Malik Jackson.
Yeah.
Man, they are falling apart.
I mean, both of those moves were expected to happen. They were anticipated to
Still.
drop both of them. I remember Gavin bringing it up in the past. I think we'd all talked about Alshon at least, but I think he's talked about Malik Jackson. But yeah, that organization is about to go full-blown rebuild mode in cap hell. It's going to be a rough couple of years in Philadelphia, I think.
See, that's the good thing with Pittsburgh. We've got a lot of cap next year, so we'll be able to sign Minka and Watt back.
Yeah, I get you. It could be a rough year in Pittsburgh this year, but after that, it could be a quick turnaround and get everything back.
Right.
So that's a good situation, at least.
The Broncos are signing former Vikings running back Mike Boone. So he is now in Denver.
All right.
Panthers are signing ex-Rams defensive lineman Morgan Fox on a 2-year, $8.1 million deal, who gets $7 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars traded tight end. Yeah, tight end. Oh, I said Titan. Tight end Josh Oliver to the Ravens for conditional pick. So. And the Seahawks reached a deal on a former Rams tight end, Gerald Everett. So he's now going to Seattle for former second-round pick, career high stats, 41 catches for 417 yards last season. It is a $6 million one-year deal.
Good for him.
I mean, a solid player, another weapon for Russ to throw to.
Yeah, it's a solid pickup. It's nothing that's going to make or break the game, but I think it'll help open the playbook a little bit more, at least.
Yeah. Another box checked for Tampa. Buccaneers are re-signing veteran kicker Ryan Suckup to a 3-year deal, $12 million.
How long's Suckup been in the league? I think he's pretty old now.
Yeah, quite a while.
Can I type? Thank you, Ryan Suckup.
He's
34. Okay, he's not as old as I thought.
Not that bad, yeah.
2009 draft.
So, 12 years.
Yeah.
Cowboys are bringing back slot corner Jordan Lewis on a 3-year deal. Cool. That's nice.
All right.
And I think this was one of the bigger one of the signings today. Washington closed in a deal on a former Panthers wide receiver, Curtis Samuel. So he's back with his former college teammate freshman year, Terry McLaurin.
I'm not happy about that.
Why not?
I was hoping we'd snag him. That's why.
I don't think Cincinnati's worried about receivers, especially with how good T. Higgins played last year.
Yeah, but we did just lose AJ Green. Granted, he didn't contribute a lot last year, but I mean, our receiver core can be really solid, but I think we still need one more good player. Like, we have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. I think they're about a similar level right now, but they bring different things to the game. But after that, there's a drop-off. Because after that, it's Auden Tate or who else was in that? Everyone kind of wants Alex Erickson gone. Yeah, I think we kind of need one more solid receiver 2-3 caliber kind of guy.
I get you.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more other positions to worry about because the receiving core is definitely decent.
Oh yeah, definitely. We've got a lot of positions of need, and I think receiver is one of them. But I think it's kind of it's a little bit lower down. Our biggest thing right now is worrying about offensive line. Obviously, we need edge rushers. The front seven, probably an extra corner. We could use a tight end.
Yeah.
Most things.
Washington's killing it in free agency, like, secretly. They've got William Jackson, Curtis Samuel, and now Ryan Fitzpatrick, William Jackson, and now Curtis Samuel.
Yeah. They've had a quiet, really solid offseason.
Yeah. Raiders are trading guard Gabe Jackson. He's going to Seattle. Another player planning to be cut, but found a traded partner. After 10 seasons in Arizona, Patrick Peterson signs a 1-year, $10 million deal with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Browns. I mean, I wish. I don't know. 2014 Patrick Peterson would be great, but he's
I mean, yeah, but I think he could still play at a decent level.
yeah. It's just I don't know. He's decent level, yes, but I don't think he'll do much with with. There's not much big stars on that Vikings defense to help him out, like there was in Arizona. I think not. I guess not big stars, but just help in general.
I don't know. Maybe a change of scenery will help him. I feel like he can bring in some veteran leadership and maybe help kind of with some of the stuff that you don't really see on the stat sheet. We'll
Yeah.
see.
The Browns are bringing back Rashad Higgins on a 1 year deal, and Jets are signing former defensive Vikings defensive end Ifeanyi Odingbo. I ever
I
pronounce
don't
that
know him,
name
but all right.
on a 1 year deal. And then so far the latest signing of the night, a reunion. The Patriots are bringing back linebacker Kyle Van Noy. The Patriots finessed the system on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots are getting a fourth round compensatory pick in this year's draft for letting Kyle Van Noy go to Miami for a season. Now they're getting both the pick and Kyle Van Noy back.
I did not realize that. Yeah, that's a finesse
Yeah,
right there.
they finesse the system like hell.
They called him up and said, "Hey, we need you to go for a year. Go down to Miami, have a nice little year-long vacation, enjoy the beach, and then come back to Boston."
get cut because he signed a big contract, and then Miami was like, go ahead, leave.
Yeah. There was
Um,
another signing though. Bengals picked up Larry Ogunjobi from Cleveland.
really?
Yeah,
I must have missed
I
that.
I'm kind of excited about that. I think that's low key one of our more solid moves we've done.
Not even the Bengals mentioned that.
Pairing him next to
Oh yeah,
DJ. Yeah.
another free agent visit. The Bengals are getting a visit from free agent offensive tackle Riley Reef.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was going on. Yeah.
I need to turn Rappaport's notifications on because he tweeted it and the My Sports Update didn't.
Yeah. I think that could be really big. I haven't really watched Reef play, but I was seeing that apparently last year he gave up one total sack. So that would provide some major protection for Joe. He's 32, so he'll probably be on the decline eventually, but I think we can get a few solid years out of him if he's still playing at a decent level. And he's just an immediate upgrade over Bobby Hart. Like, he's just, I think that would be a huge pickup if we can get him.
I think so too. Um, it's funny to just because I searched Bengals, I searched hashtag Bengals, and then like a lot of free agency stuff showed up. But when you search hashtag Steelers, there's no rumors for anything. It's just a lot of Steelers fans talking about the draft or complaining how we haven't done anything.
It's been Bengals a lot as of late, but they're kind of starting to get a bit more active today and yesterday a little bit. I mean, and like I said, Ogunjobi, I think that's a pretty good quiet pickup. I think putting him next to DJ Reader once he's back from injury will be could help shore up that defensive line. I think it's a good pickup.
I do too. I didn't even know that happened. Yeah, it's a good pickup for Cincy, I think too.
Mm-hmm. I think as a Bengals fan, I'm not expecting both of these to happen, but an ideal situation right now, I think, with who's on the market would be to secure Reef, bring in, give an offer for a year to Kenny Galladay, try to get him in there. And if we can afford it, maybe try to make a push for another lineman. I don't entirely know what the cap situation is looking like right now as of the signings, but I think they could still make at least two signings, and I'm hoping that we got two guys that seem interested somewhat, so would like to bring them in.
Sorry, I'm reading a bunch of It's just a bunch of rumors at this point for Juju. He was spotted at a gym in Pittsburgh today.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that.
A fan went up to ask him for a picture, and he seemed pretty pissed off. Kept looking at his phone. Understandable. I can understand why he's frustrated. He left expecting to get paid, and it's not going to happen. And then this is all hearsay, but this guy tweeted, "Our sources tell us Juju has all his belongings and apartment packed up and ready to go. It's between LA and Miami. He's out. He's out of here within the next 2 days. Unfortunately, Juju is only in town to tie up some loose ends and direct the moving company where to go with his cars and personal belongings. He's leaning towards LA because he feel like they're more of a contender in his family." I see. I don't believe that due to
Is
the
he saying
fact that
Chargers or Rams?
I believe the Chargers. I don't believe that because I don't think he's gotten calls from the Chargers. He's only gotten calls from what I know of Jacksonville, San Fran tried to get in, and Vegas. I don't think the Raiders or not the Raiders, the Rams nor the Chargers have called. But
Hmm.
I don't I see him coming back on a 1 year. If you want me to be honest. I would like him to come back on a more than 1 year, hell, just a 1 year, but I just don't.
Yeah.
I see him coming back because the longer he's a free agent, the more likely he is to come back.
Yeah, I agree with that. I I don't know. I just haven't really been following the Juju situation. Sorry, I'm checking in on the Vegas game. Damn, we're
You're
not
good.
showing up very well tonight. Losing down 3-1 to the Sharks. It looks like that sucks. But yeah. I don't know. It's going to be. I'm sure, especially for you, it's been a long couple of days keeping an eye on.
It really has because I'm dreading. I'm really dreading to see breaking former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster da 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 da, or breaking wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster da 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 da.
Yeah, definitely, because he was a fan favorite in Pittsburgh. I never liked him much personally. I got off to the wrong foot when he laid out Vontaze.
Perfect.
I'm not a big Vontaze guy these days. Man was dirty, but it's gonna be really weird to see Juju in anything that's not black and gold.
I think so as well. And it's gonna suck. I've got a video. So on my Twitter, I've got telling all the people who listen to this if they do. I've got on Twitter. I did a graveyard video of Vance McDonald, Pouncey, all them, and then I did another one today with James Conner, Alejandro Villanueva, Mike Hilton, and then I recorded a separate video that took up a whole minute of a Snapchat video for Juju Smith-Schuster, just of the jerseys I have of him, and it hasn't been posted yet, but I've got it in the bag just in case he does end up going somewhere else. And my cat features another feature in these videos.
Did Connor sign somewhere?
No,
Sorry,
not yet.
gotcha.
I just don't expect him to be back.
Okay, gotcha.
What are you doing, Aurora?
She's just vibing, dude. I can see her in the corner. Oh, there she goes. Oh,
She's still on the desk.
yeah.
Winners and losers of today. I think if we're counting William Jackson yesterday, I think the football team.
Yeah, football team was up there for me.
And I think the do
Cardinals.
what? Yeah, the football team and the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, they got a trade for a guy who, was probably going to hit the market. They secured him. They shoring up that offensive line for Kyler and giving him a potentially really good threat to throw to. If AJ can get back to Pro Bowl form, that's a scary receiving core right there.
Yeah, and I think the losers of today, I have to go with the Bears for not being able to get the trade done because nothing really happened today, so it's really.
I don't really hold that against him very much, to be honest. Or him.
Them.
I don't really hold that against the Bears very much. Yeah, I guess that would be losers in that just it didn't work out the way they wanted it to, and by rule you lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, I don't know who else like took a hit today.
I guess Miami with the whole losing the player and the Patriots get the I don't know.
Yeah, that's a nitpick.
I mean, I get okay. So if we're not, I guess we don't have to do teams. I say players. I guess. Michael Brocker.
Yeah,
He's a loser. I think for what? Not he's not a loser. Michael Brocker's not a loser. He's just didn't. He's a.
The situation didn't break the way that it should have, and now he's going to be in an awkward spot.
Yeah. And then,
honestly, again, it seems like kind of a stretch, but as far as players go, I'd kind of say Marquise Goodwin, just because he basically got called over the last 2 days. Like, hey, you're going back to San Francisco. All right, I guess I better start moving. Hey, you're not coming back. What do I do now?
And then
Kyler Murray's a winner today for me.
Yeah. A loser could be Russell Wilson because he's not getting along with his head coach.
Yeah, he wanted out and they didn't get him out.
They still haven't helped him with the O-line.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just all in all, it was pretty quiet today.
Yeah,
there were some big ones, but there wasn't giant, huge. Juju, in my opinion, if Kenny Golladay doesn't sign with the Giants tomorrow or late in tonight, Juju is the top guy left. Him and Jadeveon Clowney, yeah. But Jadeveon Clowney's kind of been flip-flopping between teams for a while now, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know I've been focusing on offensive line, but I think there's a few good offensive linemen out there that still could find new homes. You still got Mitchell Schwartz,
right?
Villanueva, Riley Reif. Would love to bring at least one of those guys into Cincy.
Yeah, would love to have one of those linemen come to Pittsburgh. We need some sort of lineman, whether it's from the draft or free agency. I'd almost like him better from the draft, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to just think of what the Bengals can do. I'm gonna have to start looking at like the lists of like potential steals and fallers in the draft and stuff like that, and see what can the Bengals do after that 5th pick, assuming Penei Sewell is there. What can they do to kind of further bolster the offensive line? That's still just what I'm worried the most about.
Yeah,
they've made some moves. I think overall they've improved a little bit. I think just with the addition of Ogunjobi, Mike Hilton, I think if they could properly utilize him, I think that improves that secondary. I think the defense is getting bolstered. We brought back our kick returner, safety, Brandon Wilson, and we brought back Samaje Perine, so that helps the running back core.
That helps the running back core.
It's still the number one issue is offensive line, and it still has not been dealt with in any capacity yet. So really hoping Reif breaks our way. And maybe we got some luck and maybe Kenny Golladay is wearing stripes. That'd be cool. Someone is yelling outside, cheering, going, woo! They agreed. They agreed with me.
Shaquille Griffin signed with the Jags yesterday, right?
I believe so.
Shaquille Griffin, okay. Kind of one that flew under the radar. Shaquem Griffin is going to Jacksonville.
He is as well?
The Shaquille and Shaquem Griffin era with the Seattle appears over as they look ahead to Jacksonville.
I like that.
What they're saying to staying together is both the brothers are heading to Jacksonville as free agents. Okay.
Good for them.
One
I like
of them
that.
is getting paid drastically more than the other. But
Yeah, but
as his twin Shaquem Griffin, who is a restricted free agent but will not be tendered by the Seattle Seahawks, appears to be joining with the Jags, tweeting simply "going home" on a quote tweet of his agent Buda Baker, who tweeted Duval.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, he did play in Orlando. I didn't think about that. He was a UCF Knight.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
makes sense.
That'll be nice for them. That's a good way, I think, to end it on the podcast.
Yeah. Ended on a positive note.
Ended on a positive note. The brothers are ended up in Jacksonville. Wow, just us two hit 40 minutes as well. We're kind of 40-minute mark on both these all these podcasts.
We're just consistent with everything.
Yeah.
Easy.
But this one probably go out later tonight, early tomorrow. But till then, this is day 3. Wrap up of the free agency frenzy. We'll come back to you on day 4 on Thursday and be back to you day 5 on Friday. Peace.
Save Joe Burrow. Help.
Save him. Save him. Save him. Don't save him.